between the age bracket of 21 to 24. Hapo nimekula vumbi proper. I'm not lying to you. Nimekula dust. Ile madharau nimeonyeshwa na wasichana. And I'd say, it's kind of, in a way, it was a bit of my problem. Because at that point, sijui ni mapenzi inakuanga mingi. I don't know if it is testosterone. I don't even know what it is. But you tend to forget about yourself and you stop prioritizing yourself and start thinking about the only thing that you care about is women. When I was around 21 to 24, one thing nilikuwa na note ni ati most of the time when I got into relationships, hazikuwa zinakaa sana. Why? Because everything I used to do was to praise this woman. Thank you for choosing me. Nashinda nikimweka WhatsApp status, right? I stopped everything else and started putting all my focus on this particular lady. Most of these women would disrespect me and I would still entertain them back. And I would say, ni sawa sweetie. Most of them would even cheat on me and I would still be very okay with that. Unfortunately, by then I could not get the information because mimi nilikuwa najua, hey, at least niko na dem. And at that point, I'll not lie to you. I'm just saying this out of confidence. Most of the time in 21 to 24, you're not looking for a relationship to build something meaningful. At that point, you're looking for companionship, and mostly, which is 80%, you're looking for sexual activity. Not even relations, sexual activity. But unfortunately, it doesn't work well for you. Because the more you have sex with this lady, the more you start getting soul ties. So what do soul ties mean? Unasikia tu all the time, ni huyo dem tu unataka. She even disrespects you, but you're still there entertaining her. Right? Because of the sex. You can easily forgive her for all the nonsense, but at least you can have sex with her. Until this woman decides to leave. Hapo ndo unarealize kimaumana. And unfortunately, most guys entertain these women back into their lives. It happened to me. Because at that point, bado hujajirada vizuri. So, even a girl who is behaving badly, you're just going to entertain them back because you're getting what? You're getting sex. And unfortunately, gentlemen, sex is not the only thing that you should get to benefit from in a relationship. Na hapo ndo tunakosea. You make money, you start having sex with women. At 21, 24, during your most productive years, you're making money so that you can send fare to women in different places wakuje ulala now. At the end of the day, it gives you soul ties. That period, instead of concentrating on useless relationships that don't add any value, Buddha, go and learn how to create YouTube videos. Create YouTube videos that you can share online and people will be like, hey, by the way, msi anaongeanga vitu za sense. There's an AI tool called Lovable today. That AI tool can create magnificent web applications, stuff that you cannot believe. Developers could probably take like 6 months to develop something. With Lovable, you can do it in barely weeks or even days. So learn how to use it. Enda ujifunze vitu kama social media management at that age group. And I'm not saying that you don't date. Try it out from time to time. But always try and avoid sexual relations. Because most of the time, they lead you into a very deep rabbit hole that doesn't help you. Avoid things like, sherehe. Avoid these things as forex. Avoid these things as betting and all this nonsense. Because it takes a lot from you. All in all I have to say, gentlemen, is this. At 21 to 24, unless you're mentally stable, unless you're emotionally stable, unless you're physically in a good point, get into relationships, especially emotionally. You might make a lot of mistakes when you get into relationships at that point. I think hiyo ndo juncture poa ya kujijenga. Fortunately for me, I was able to take myself out of that particular rabbit hole. My eyes were able to open and I started content creation. Ilinisaidia sana because barely close to 4 years in, I've been able to create content, built a brand that has over 1.1 million followers. And it pays me. So think about building yourself at that period rather than lose yourself. I just had to say it, gentlemen. But anyway, if you'd like to learn how to use Meta Ads this December, join our classes. Thank you.